Hello, I'm Shannon Harris. Thanks for tuning in to Window on Wilmington. On today's show, we'll check in with Girls on the Run Delaware and hear about a community project they're working on and their 5K. Opera Delaware's Spring Festival is coming up and you won't want to miss it. The DuPont Clifford Brown Jazz Festival is around the corner and we'll have information for you. And Parks and Rec has great programs for the entire family and you'll find out how you can get involved. But first, Elwyn is one of the nation's oldest private nonprofit organizations serving people with intellectual, developmental, and behavioral challenges. Kendra Johnson joins me now to tell us all about it. Hello, my good friend Kendra. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad you could be here today to talk to us about all the great things that are going on with Elwyn. And I don't know if people know that Elwyn initially started out as one of the nation's first schools for children with intellectual disabilities, and it's grown.
That is absolutely correct, and you will make some people in Pennsylvania very happy who like to remind us that it all started with a school.
Right.
And we really did. Over 160 years ago, it started
Wow.
with a school. And today, our services are diverse, and not only are they diverse, they are on the East Coast, they're on the West Coast, so we have location in California, we have locations in New Jersey, in Pennsylvania, and of course here in Wilmington since 1974. Our services range. We start supporting individuals from 0 to 3 and can support you well into your aging years.
That's great, Kendra. And you know something, while the services have grown, do you think Elwyn's vision has changed over the years?
I would say that we've remained steadfast with our vision and supporting one another and supporting people with different abilities and supporting individuals who have disadvantages. That has not changed. What has changed, as with all other things, is as the community changes, their needs changes, as systems and bureaucracy changes, we change with that as well. And that's part of the reason why our services are so diverse. And I like to tell people that we've been here for 160 years because we know how to change with the needs of the population. That's pretty exciting.
It's great. I mean, because there are a lot of different, as time progresses, people change,
yes.
People's needs change, and I think lately we've seen a lot of things identified that probably weren't identified with intellectual disabilities, even 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have to be on the forefront of all of this,
yes.
as you're an agency that handles or helps a lot of these people and their families cope with the things that they're going through, and you even help them find employment.
Yes, we do. And I want to talk to you about employment
today. It's always a good thing.
Yeah, but even before I get to employment, because the last time I was here, I forgot to give a shout out to my seniors program.
Oh, give them a shout out.
Okay, I have to give a shout out to my seniors program down here in Wilmington. That particular program serves our aging individuals who may not be safe anymore in the home, throughout the day. Typically what happens is, we'll say an aging person lives with their children. Their child, who might be a baby boomer, says, you know what, I noticed some different things with mom or dad, and it may not be a good idea to leave them in the house while I'm at work.
Right.
Well, if you're going to work, you drop mom off at our Senior Reflections program, and you let us do the rest. So shout out to my Senior Reflections program.
Hey, seniors.
So employment. I came here today because I wanted to make a plea to our business community, to our local businesses, to the larger businesses as well, to say that we, Elwyn, we have a workforce that is ready and willing to work. These individuals have different abilities. They are looking for employment. We are helping them to look for employment. We are providing them with assessments to help them identify the jobs that they want. One problem: I can do all of that, but if a business is not receptive to allowing us to come in to complete the assessments, to even open to hiring an individual with different abilities, there is no success.
Right.
So I say this with such passion. We could want employment for all and we do, but it cannot happen without the support of the business community. I brought with me today our wonderful governor, Governor Markell.
Nice. Yeah, I like the book.
I brought with me today a little book. It's called A Better Bottom Line, Employing People with Disabilities. It's the blueprint, from Governor Markell. Governor Markell in 2012 was the chair for the National Governors Association. So I say today, that employing individuals who have different abilities and individuals who have disabilities is important to our governor. It is important to me. And I ask that you open your arms and you allow us to support your business by providing you with some amazing people who will come to work on time, happy, and will do a fabulous job. We have wonderful partners right now. We need more.
And you know what, let's say this, because I think when people hear you saying this about the types of individuals that are coming to Elwyn who then go out to work for different organizations.
Yes.
We know some in the building here where we are.
Yes.
Punctual, very courteous, show up to work, and they do a variety of jobs. Some are filing things. You have people that work at Home Depots.
Correct.
You have people that work in the supermarkets, and they do all types of office work, which is really great.
Yes.
Not only does it give an employer a chance to help someone, but it gives the person that's being employed a chance to do something and feel great about it, right?
Without a doubt. I mean, how great do we feel when we go to work in the morning? How wonderful does it feel when you are contributing to society and contributing to your own self-worth? You have a job, someone values you. You know, it just makes you feel absolutely wonderful. And that is my hope for every single individual who wants to work.
You know what, Kendra, and you guys have a work center though, right?
We do.
So now, and what does the work center do?
Okay, so the way the work center works, is that it is a bridge. It's a bridge to supported employment. So it's the bridge to getting the individual out in the community. So they come into the work center, we assess their needs. While they're in the work center, we also teach them those soft skills. And you say, what are soft skills? Those are those things that I think a lot of us may take for granted. Some of us are really good at it and others are not. For example, you should come to work on time. And if you're not going to come to work, you should call your supervisor and let your supervisor know that you're not going to be able to come. You should be appropriate in the workplace. You should be respectful and courteous. We teach all of those type of skills and more. We also give individuals the opportunity to work on contracts while they're there so that they can increase their skill level and work towards finding out what they really want to do. And that happens in the work center, and then we connect them with supported employment, and they're almost ready to go out into the community because they've learned those prerequisite skills. They've had an opportunity to work on some contract work and to make it to earn a paycheck at the same time. You know, and then it's the bridge, and you go out into the community, and then you find a different job, and you're working with different type of people, and you know, it's a beautiful thing.
And now, so the employment program will assist the people with keeping and with finding and then keeping the job.
That is correct, yes. So we don't just connect individuals with businesses and say, see you later, bye. We make that connection and then we support throughout the process. So we would have a job coach come in to assist the individual with learning the job if that's needed, because most times people, once you give them the first, you know, the foundation for the information, they can complete the task autonomously. And then we just continue to check in. We will also provide any type of training, sensitivity training that the employer may need. We are there the entire time. We never pull out. We're a phone call away. We're popping in unannounced, uninvited. We're coming to you saying, hello, business person, how are things going? Are you satisfied with the work? What else can we do for you? And by the way, do you have any additional jobs?
Are there any businesses that you want to say that you partner with right now?
Sure. So, you know, well, actually, I think you may have mentioned them, some of them anyway. So we have individuals who are placed in the Safeway supermarket. We have individuals who work at the Home Depot. We have an individual
For the county?
Yes,
Newcastle
we
County.
have, exactly. How could I forget about that?
Yes.
For the county. Right here in this building.
Yes.
We have an individual who also works for the Internal Revenue. We have an individual who works for a law office here.
Very good.
So, you know, when you look at that, it is so diverse.
Yes.
We have people who are in fast food restaurants, so we can do from fast food restaurants all the way to a law office.
Or the IRS.
How about that? Oh,
I mean, I'm
how
just
about
saying,
that?
right. So, Kendra, before we go,
Yes.
Anything coming up, and if people are interested, if they have a loved one that they need to get into the program or they want to inquire, what
Yes.
should they do?
Alrighty, so if you have a loved one that you'd like to have into the program, I would suggest you give me a call at our Wilmington location. That number is 302-657-5612.
Well, we have it. If not, we have it.
All
We
right,
have
that's
it,
a
right?
good thing. Wonderful. I have way too many telephone numbers. You can also go to www.elwyn.org and click on information. Send us an email that way. Let's see, what else can you do if you want to get in touch with us? You can just come on down to 321 East 11th Street and let someone know what you're interested in, and we will support you from there. To the businesses, I say, give us a call. I look forward to hearing from you so that we can partner and provide you with some amazing workers.
And that phone better start ringing off the hook.
Exactly, exactly.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Love
Thank you
seeing
for having me. I appreciate it.
Come back anytime.
I will, absolutely.
All right. Up next, Girls on the Run Delaware when we return.
Feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team.
Just that simple act is transforming someone else's life.
It's one of the best feelings in the world.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
We got the spirit, we're hot, we can't be stopped. We got the spirit, we're hot, we can't be stopped. We're gonna beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy, R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Girls on the Run inspires girls to be joyful, healthy, and confident using a fun, experience-based curriculum which creatively integrates running. Kim Chitty and Liz Baldwin are here now with details for their next run and a great community project that you guys are working on in conjunction with the food bank, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Hey, ladies.
It's nice to see you.
Okay, well, let's just put it out there. So, Kendra, the guest before, who wants to tell the story?
So last year we were here, nicely you invited us back to talk a little bit about Girls on the Run and our Girls on the Run 5K, and Kendra watched the segment and heard all about Girls on the Run. Went home, told her daughter about it. They got a program at her daughter's school. Her daughter did it, had a great experience. She came to the 5K. And she's now moved on to middle school, and we have a middle school program called Heart and Soul, which is for girls in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And so she's going to go back and meet with the folks at her new school to see if they can get a program there for the middle school girls.
Isn't that great? And I was
That
totally
is
surprised.
awesome.
She never even told me. I didn't even know it. So I was
Yeah.
just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, so that's great. So Girls on the Run, I mean, you guys work.
That's right. Well,
Yep.
it's funny. It's really, and that's really how Girls on the Run has grown in Delaware. We've been around for 10 years, and it's been through the word of mouth of parents who have seen, have had a great experience for their child, and they want to then have a program at their school, or their neighbor has, or the coaches and teachers see the impact that it's having at the school level, and they tell their friends, and so it's been our growth has been very organic. And I'm happy to say that in 10 years' time, we've had 13,000 girls participate in our program.
That's a lot of girls.
It's
There's
amazing.
a lot of
girls.
And we're downstate now too. I think we mentioned that's been a couple years, but
Yeah.
Kent and Sussex is really growing as well. They actually have their own separate 5K. So we've got the
Oh,
Newcastle
really?
County one that will be May 14th, and then that will be for all the participants and community runners. Hopefully, we'll get you out there, Shannon.
I do not have to run, right?
No, it's
It is a
showing up and
pitiful
moving
sight.
forward. That's what
Trust
we
me.
say.
You don't want to. Do you guys run? Or do you
I
walk?
do. I run.
I'm more of a turtle. I
Yeah,
just move
okay.
forward. I
Yeah.
move forward.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
It's
Oh,
just
Lord,
it's just
Liz.
about moving
Oh,
forward.
God.
No hills. It's a great. It's actually at the riverfront, which is a great venue because we start at the Cranes at Dravo Plaza.
Okay.
All the teams, everybody starts in one area, and then we loop around, and the halfway water station is back near the start and then the finish. So even if you come as a spectator, you can see your runner throughout most of the race. And if you decide you want to run the first part and walk the
Well,
second, or walk
maybe.
all of it. We're also girls on the walk, I will say that. And boys on the walk. And
You too, did you hear that? Boys on
Right.
the walk. All
well,
right.
we call them goater guys. The goater guys,
okay.
actually.
Does that mean you're going?
We'll send them a bib.
That's right.
Yeah.
So now, let me see. This year's 5K, so we want everybody to know they can get involved with that. They need to sign up for that, though. So
Right.
let's talk about that first. So where do they go to sign up for it?
Okay, so if you go to our website and click on the tab that says 5K events, it'll take you to, and it'll list the 2 5K events. As Liz said, we have one up here at the riverfront, which is May 14th at 9 o'clock, and you can click on that link. Or below that is the Girls on the Run 5K in Dover at the Silver Lake Park, and that is for the teams that participate in Kent and Sussex County.
And
that
there's
one is
day
May
of.
21st.
There's day of
And there's a day
registration.
of.
We have an amazing team that shows up a couple hours before the race, and you can show up at 8 o'clock and get your bib that day. So it's the funds that we raise for the 5K. They don't offset the costs of the race, but it certainly helps us, and it really is so unbelievable to watch these girls cross the finish line. I mean, to them, it is a marathon. We have what's the total for 1,035 girls in
Newcastle
County that have been training for 10 weeks.
Wow.
And the 5K is actually the final lesson because, I guess backing up the train, the girls have been meeting twice a week after school, going through our curriculum. Kim brought a copy of it, and each of the lessons
I like this
is.
book too, Kim. Want to hold it up?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that
Great
pretty?
book. Yeah.
This is the curriculum.
But each of the lessons is about nutrition, bullying, standing up for yourself, and just a whole myriad of subjects. And the final lesson is the 5K, where these girls run or walk with a running buddy alongside them. Oftentimes they shoot ahead of the. But it's their graduation of the program, and they get that beautiful
And this is a
medal,
really nice medal,
for the
yay.
girls that they have, and that
that.
stands for 10 weeks of practice, and we're getting the girls to run, move forward, as we say, the whole season. So it's not We get them to run playing games throughout the the entire curriculum.
I'm going to ask you this because we're talking about coming to the event. Can you see this, Paul? Coming to the 5K. Why is it important for the girls not just to see the other girls out there running and participating, but adults too?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's important for really it's a trickle down effect. You get the kids moving, you get the families moving, you get the moms, you get the dads. It's sort of like the smoking cessation. If you can get the kids come home and tell their parents to stop, they really need to stop smoking, and it's sort of the same thing. You have with the parents being a running buddy at the 5K, you have a lot of parents that might not have laced up a pair of sneakers since they played on their high school basketball team. And so you're getting the parents up, you're getting them moving. It really becomes a real family event. And hopefully, we're creating a generation of healthier children and healthier adults.
Now, this project that you guys are working on with the food bank, I thought that was a great one. So now, how did that happen, and what is it?
It is. I actually am really excited. It's a new nonprofit that is called Move for Hunger. And one of our biggest sponsors for many years is Hopkins and Sons, the moving company, because we have so many supplies. They do an unbelievable job helping us create a safe and efficient race. Hopkins and Sons joined a new nonprofit called Move for Hunger, which is with moving companies and real estate companies. And what they realized were a lot of people, when they were moving, didn't want to pay for the moving of non-perishable goods. Perhaps things were going into storage, they didn't want to pay for the cost. So what they started to do was collect boxes of non-perishable items, and they donate it to the local food banks. Hopkins and Sons just aligned with Move for Hunger, and we're actually going to be asking all the participants to bring in cans for Move for Hunger, and it will in turn go to the food bank. We actually have Girls on the Run teams or locations that have food bank pantries, and we're actually going to be stocking those first, and then all of the the remaining food will go to Food Bank Delaware. Our goal is 1,000 pounds, which will feed just under 1,000 meals to folks in Delaware. Hopkins and Sons is going to be there with the big crates collecting on race day, and we also have, I think we're up to 15 teams or sites that are actually having school drives as well for Move for Hunger. So it really is wonderful to have two nonprofits collaborating, because we really do rely on the food bank, some of our teams. So we're really excited about it. So we always say our girls can, and now we're really embracing the word can. And yes, they can, and you can too.
That's funny. She's clever. I didn't even see it coming. You ladies are great. If anybody wants to find out about the 5Ks, whether they're here or downstate, or if they want to donate to Girls on the Run, or if somebody's interested in joining, what should they do?
Go to our website, which is girlsontheRunDE.org. And it is loaded with all sorts of information and can answer all of those questions.
And people can donate as much as they want, can't
they?
They
absolutely can. Yep, they sure can.
Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us. Maybe next time you come back, why don't you bring a Girls on the Run girl?
We should.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Meet one of the
Lunchtime.
girls.
We'll have to do it when they're not in school, right?
Yeah.
Figure that out.
Yeah. That's a good one. We'll do it when they're not in school. All right. Thank you,
Thank
ladies.
you for having
Always
us.
a pleasure. We'll see you back here again.
Sounds good.
All right. Opera Delaware is next when we return.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
You can say with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite. Unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book can be the first of May. Let's still change a life. We will unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Opera Delaware is the only professional opera company in the state of Delaware. And I have to say, you are one of, the oldest operas in the country?
The 11th oldest at last count.
Wow.
Yeah, been around since 1945.
Wow, and my friend Brendan Cooke is here with us now to talk to us all about the festival, the Spring Festival.
It's coming up. Thanks for having me, Shannon. We've got, I like to joke, although it's not really a joke, we're doing the two most ambitious pieces we've ever done in our 71-year history, and we're doing them at the same time.
Wow.
So I'd like to meet the guy that had that idea right now and maybe take him out and give him a stern talking to. But no, it is a swing for the fence moment for Opera Delaware, where we've decided that if we have the audacity to be bold in our programming, we're going to bring people from outside of the area. And so far so good. It's really working. We're attracting people from a much broader region, and I think it's going to be something that Wilmington can be really proud about.
So talk to us about these two great shows that are coming up.
Yeah, okay, so we have a lost setting of Hamlet that was written in 1865 that had a pretty successful premiere, and then it was remounted in 1871. And it was a disaster. The tenor was sick, and the composer was so hurt by how poorly the performance was received that he tabled it, never to be heard of again, until a friend of mine, Anthony Barrese, about 12 years ago, found reference to this piece in some research and started asking, hey, I wonder what that sounds like. Because the guy who wrote it was a pretty important figure in the opera world. He's a contemporary of Giuseppe Verdi, and he conducted several of the premieres of Verdi's opera. So, you know, to this point, he was kind of a footnote in musical history.
Well, how'd your friend find this?
I'll let him tell that story. There's actually a lot of information on our website about what I like to call the Da Vinci Code-esque sort of.
Well, that's what it seems like.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And if you go to operade.org, there's a whole. He tells the story, and he can tell it far better than I can.
Wow.
But it's really cool piece from a historical perspective. But above and beyond, it's a satisfying evening in the theater. I mean, it's a really excellent piece. And then I can't forget about the second opera, which is. In my mind, the pinnacle of Western culture. It's Verdi's final opera, Falstaff. They're both Shakespearean texts, and they both share the same librettist. A librettist in opera is kind of like the screenwriter, the guy who takes the book and turns it into the movie. The librettist takes the book, turns it into an opera. So it just so happens that Hamlet was this famous librettist, Arrigo Boito. It was his first libretto. And Falstaff was his final libretto. So it's a nice little bookend for our season, and it's getting a lot of attention in press from both here and abroad.
Oh, I feel like I learned a whole bunch too.
I'm spitting a lot of information at you.
I never even knew that. Did you guys know what that was, librettist? Did anybody know? You did, Paul Kennard. You did not know.
He did too. I believe him.
No, you don't.
I do. I do. He's musical. All right, cool.
So talk to us. Now, you guys, when you do all your shows, you use the Grand Opera House.
We do, yeah. We're delighted to be, sort of tenants at the Grand for. It's going to be crazy. We're doing these 2 shows in the same amount of time we normally have to rehearse one. So it's a lot of scheduling Tetris. But the Grand has just been awesome partners for us for a lot of years.
Yeah, how is it like, I guess, how do you make these changes like this? You know, like from your place to there? It's got to be a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, right now we're rehearsing at our facility, and if you were to walk into our facility, you would see large rooms with sort of colored tape on the floor that sort of signifies the set so that the actors and singers can get a sense of where to move. But starting on Mother's Day, we move into the theater and sort of reconfigure everything so that it works on the set.
Right, that's great.
So yeah, it's a lot to schedule, but we've got 2 remarkable teams that are keeping everybody rowing in the right direction.
That's really good. And you're also working with Delaware Shakespeare Festival?
Yes, thank you for
another one.
bringing that up. We, given the Shakespearean theme here, we thought it would be very fun to work with them to examine some iconic Shakespearean texts and then how they were set by different composers. They have offices in our space, so they're great collaborators. Both.
Yeah, I was going to say, how'd that relationship start?
Well, they're just, I mean, we're kind of in the same business of trying to get people to put on pants and leave their house and go to theater. So we spend a lot of time, working with each other, both administratively, but when we can find these logical artistic collaborations, it's a win-win for sure.
Any plans for future collaborations?
Oh, of course. Anytime we do anything Shakespeare related, they'll be our first call. And there's a lot. I mean, there's a ton of operatic material because Shakespeare kind of knew what he was doing, right?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I like him.
Yeah. As do I.
Hey. So let's talk about getting people to come to the opera. You know, this is an experience that you probably should at least have one time in your life, and we hope you go back again and again and again.
Yeah, I always like to say that if we get you to come once, it's better than even money. We're gonna get you to come back. Today it's tough. If you think about it in the media, opera is, when we see it on TV, it's usually being made fun of. Whereas 40 years ago, that wasn't the case. You would hear the great opera singers of the day, on the Ed Sullivan Show, right after sports stars or comedians. Today, it's we've kind of lost our vocabulary for it. So you jump to some conclusions. You say, I'm not going to understand it. Well, you will. We project the translations right along. I mean, you can follow the bouncing ball. You'll know what's going on. People will say that they're not going to find it relevant. Hamlet's still pretty relevant.
I would say so.
Still a great story.
Yeah.
But it's there's this preconception that it's a stuffy atmosphere, and it's just not. It's opera really is for all, and I mean, it's not that expensive. Our ticket prices start at $29 and go up to $95. A lot of people pay more to park their car at an Eagles game, so you can't use the price excuse.
You sure can't. But I have to say this, Brendan, at a time where we're seeing a lot of regional opera companies struggling, Opera Delaware is still doing good.
Well, we're choosing to be bold. I mean, you're right to point that out. I think we've lost 30 opera companies since 2008. So the advantage that we have here, in addition, we already talked about the Grand Opera House and how wonderful that is, but if you look at our geography, we're within 100 miles to practically everywhere.
Right.
So if we capitalize on that and say, instead of saying, well, how do we try to not lose audience to Philly and Baltimore? We're saying, how do we get Philly and Baltimore to look at Wilmington? Great to be talking about this in Window on Wilmington. We're trying to put a spotlight on Wilmington because opera fans in the surrounding area, hopefully our story is enough to get them to come here, but they're gonna enjoy Market Street. They're gonna go to Winterthur. They're gonna go to Longwood Gardens. They're staying in our hotels. It's already happening. We've got almost 500 people right now coming from outside a 30-mile radius. So the story is out, and we're just super excited to show Wilmington to the opera world. It's going to be great.
I'm so glad you are doing that. And really quick before you go, what is, am I saying this right, Essere?
Essere. Thank you for asking. So, we had a little marketing stunt that has been, it's been, I would say, well received. It's made some people delighted, and it's actually kind of angered a few folks.
Really?
But if they get mad and they contact me, I can talk to them and I can win them over. There's been no apathy with this campaign at all. It's a temporary street marking that we've got. You might have seen them walking up and down the street. There's a caricature of this Franco Faccio, the guy who wrote Hamlet. And underneath it, it just says essere. Essere is Italian for to be. The famous to be or not to be is essere o non essere. So what we were trying to do is just get people to walk around for a couple of weeks saying, what the heck is that?
Right.
Then you Google it, and if you're Googling it within the Wilmington city limits, up comes our ad. And we just wanted people to sort of start talking. But frankly, it's a rallying cry for our company too. We're deciding to be present, we're deciding to be very bold. And so it's just been a nice little morale builder for our team, and it gets a lot of people asking questions.
That is a good one. Did you guys, to be or not to be, you knew that? I know what it was.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Did you see it around town? Yeah, did it annoy you, or were you? I wore a shirt the other day, because we have T-shirts with the image on it, and I had 32 people come up to me, like split down the middle. Half of them were like, "That's great, tell me more," and the other people were like, "What is that? It's getting on my nerves." But if it's getting on your nerves, at least I can have a conversation with you. If you don't see what's in front of you, I can't win you over if you're apathetic. So, but we had great partners at the city and the Riverfront Development Corporation that allowed us to put these temporary markings. Don't worry, they'll go away after a good storm.
I love that.
Yeah,
so Brendan, before we go, if anybody wants to find out more about Opera Delaware, all the great programs you guys do and the shows, what can they do?
They can go to operade.org or they can call us at 442-7807. You'll probably talk to me, but we'd love to have you join us. It's going to be a great month.
Essere.
Essere. There you go. You even say it right. Way to go.
That's right. I said it right. Thank
very
you.
Good.
I'm going to say it all day now.
Good. I like it.
Thanks, Brendan. Next up, details on the 2016 DuPont Clifford Brown Jazz Festival when we return. I like that.
Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right into your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does. And like that, you're a job creator.
The 2016 DuPont Clifford Brown Jazz Festival kicks off on Tuesday, June 21st and runs to Saturday, June 25th in Rodney Square in downtown Wilmington. And Kenny Briscoe, stop messing with your phone.
Yes.
And if it rings, you're going to answer it. And it's ringing, so answer
I'm
it.
not answering it. Let's go.
Should we make him answer it? Answer it.
We did this.
Yes, you have to answer it. Just answer. Yes, it is live. And answer your phone.
Hey, Jason.
Tell him you're busy. All right.
No, I don't. I'm actually on a television show, and they forced me to answer the phone.
Hi, Jason. He's talking about the Jazz Festival.
Yeah, this is one of the guys that helps me book it. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay. Bye, Jason.
Uh-huh.
So,
yes.
And he was talking about the Jazz Festival.
Absolutely.
Isn't that great?
Yep, right on time.
So what's going on with the Jazz Festival this year? You got like a lineup here. I see it.
Yeah, I brought it for you to read, or I can talk about it. It's your
Well,
show.
You can talk about it. I don't want to read it.
All right. Well, I mean, the Jazz Festival is June 21st to the 25th this year. Really, really excited. We have a great lineup. It's our way of kicking off the summer and getting people out and involved and engaged and celebrating everything Wilmington can be.
Yay. So, okay, this year's Jazz Festival, who's on it?
Oh, wow, a lot of people. So we really worked hard to book a lot of local bands as well as some national bands. You know, jazz, homegrown here in Wilmington, has a really good investment and a lot of rich history. One of the things we did was work with the Delaware Jazz Alliance to make sure we incorporated them in the history of the Jazz Alliance. And they're going to really do an account of the history of jazz and how it got started in Wilmington, not just with Clifford Brown, but with a lot of the other influencers that lived and played here at a lot of the jazz clubs. So we're working with them to create this Delaware Jazz Alliance supergroup, which is combined of a lot of local jazz artists playing on the stage at the same time. So that's going to be cool. Yeah, cool. We're working to get, hopefully, the Wilmington Youth Jazz Band. They'll be performing as well. Maya Bellardo, if you're familiar with her, she's this songbird 17-year-old jazz singer. She's amazing. She just performed at Christina. She'll be opening up the festival, so I'm excited about that.
That's really nice.
Mm-hmm. Miles J is going to be performing. We have the I can't pronounce this correctly. It's Jabaro Contumbao, which is a local Latin jazz group, which are amazing. They'll be performing. Adriel Gonzalez. Said that
probably pretty right.
I worked at it before I got here. Adriel Gonzalez, he's going to be performing as well with his band. That's going to be amazing. Best Kept Soul, Naja Nicole, Anaya Jazz, To the Max. A nice group that I found in Philadelphia. They'll be performing, the Saul Rubin Trio. He's coming down from New York. That's a great group. I mean, they're really awesome. It's straight ahead and really kind of give you the roots. He's a great guitarist. So that'll be great to hear. Gerald Tavis, Robert Glasper will be performing. Dr. Lonnie Smith will be here. Huge Groove will be here. Kim Waters will be here. And there are a few other people that we're working on. We have about 3 or 4 groups that we're going to be announcing over the next week or so, or 2 weeks, which is going to make this an unbelievable festival.
So you mentioned Naja Nicole. So she's like our own, like
listen, one of the best that Delaware ever created.
Yeah.
Nationally recognized from The Voice. She's going to be performing on that Friday. So that's going to be an amazing show as well.
Wow, that's really good. Good looking out, Kenny.
I mean, don't forget, we also got the block party on Friday night.
I was going to ask, okay, wait a minute. So the block party. So now, the last time you had well, no, that was the...
You know what you're going to ask me? You okay?
I am okay.
Okay.
If you let me get it, can I say that? Are you want to switch seats?
Listen, you don't got to tell me twice.
Go ahead, talk about the block party. Let me get myself together.
Sure. That is something we started with this administration, and I'm really happy at the way it's evolved. It went from 600 to 1,200 to 1,800 people. This year we expect it to be even larger.
On Market Street?
Yes, that's between 8th and 9th Street of Market. That happens right after the Friday night main stage performance at the Jazz Festival. And it goes to a little after midnight. To the Max is going to be performing. And we also have a DJ. So we're hoping the vendors and storefronts continue to stay open. DeMayo's always stays open, and they always sell it. There's always a lot of pizza being purchased. Chelsea is always open. Ernest & Scott stays open. The amount of people that converge between really 8th, 9th, and 10th for about 3.5 hours to just enjoy the street of Wilmington and enjoy the festival is pretty amazing. So that happens.
Wait a minute, I thought about what I was going to ask you.
Oh, okay. Thanks for having me.
Stop.
Sure.
What about the party in the library?
So we're moving locations.
Oh, really?
Yep. So I'm just nailing down deals. I believe it's going to be at the Chase Center in the atrium. So we're working out the details of that. We just wanted to change locations and do something a little bit different. There'll be a live band and a DJ
playing.
The
library was great, though.
Library was great, but sometimes it's good to showcase some of the other spaces in our city.
True.
So that's why we're looking at the Chase Center, and hopefully all that gets ironed out in the next couple of weeks. But either way, we will have a location that'll be appropriate.
So the library, when you had it there, there were like different...
2 floors.
So the music was different on each floor?
2 floors, yeah.
Right.
This year we're changing the format a little bit. If everything goes well, there'll be a band at one end and a DJ at the other end. So we'll bookend it. There'll also be some other opportunities for the crowd to engage and take advantage of the fundraiser. It's a fundraiser for City Fest. That's why it's the only really ticketed event. during the jazz festival. Everything else is completely free.
I knew I smelled wood burning. You were thinking hard about this thing all year long, weren't you?
Well, yeah.
Did you guys smell that wood burning?
That's crazy.
Just
too much for me. Just too much for me. But listen, there's still a lot going on. I mean, the Jazz Festival just starts our summer festival season.
Okay, so what else? Blues?
Well, before we even get to blues, we have 4th of July.
Oh, yeah, right, 4th of
which is
July.
going to be happening at the riverfront, of course. Great fireworks display. We're going to have some awesome stuff happening there. There's a family event, just like the Jazz Festival. I want everybody to come out and enjoy that day on the 4th. It's happening on the 4th.
Okay.
So while you're
what other
off,
day would we think it would happen
I mean,
on?
sometimes when the 4th falls in the middle of the week, we like to shift it depending on folks. But
Oh, okay,
we're
no,
going to
right,
make sure it
alright,
stays on the 4th. So that's going to be a good time. Then we roll into the summer stage, which you saw the video at the beginning. I'm really excited about that. That starts the 15th, the weekends, the last 3 weekends in July, 15th, 16th, 22nd, 23rd, and 29th and 30th. We have some great stuff happening this year. There's this old school funk festival that's happening.
Where?
That's all. It's a summer stage that's going to be on the 23rd.
So who's going to be there?
Lakeside's going to be there.
No way.
Breakwater's going to be there.
Wait a minute, Lakeside,
Bloodstone's
like,
going to be, yep.
Natural High,
Yep.
Bloodstone, and Lakeside
Yep.
Fantastic Voyage?
Yep. As well as a ton of other local R&B groups that kind of were birthed at the time that R&B really took hold when Lakeside and Bloodstone were playing. That's an all-day festival. It starts
Really?
at 12 and goes till probably around 11 o'clock at night.
Good one.
And then quietly, on the 30th, we have another big event in which Drew Hill will be here on the 30th, as well as Best Kept Soul will be playing. And there are a few other all-day festivals that are going to be happening. So if you kind of stay tuned to the City of Wilmington's website or go to cityfestwilm.org, you can get on the email list, and every time we release a new artist or details about the new festival, you'll be the first to get it. Or follow us on Facebook or Twitter, or follow me. Either way, I'll let you know.
Okay, I'll just go to the website. No, I'm just kidding. You actually do a good job.
I try to.
Okay.
I try to.
But you need to come on more often. It'd be nice.
It'd be nice if I was invited and didn't have to like take anybody else's last minute spot.
Okay, anyway, you know what? It was great, Kenny, having you on here.
Yes, yes.
Love seeing you.
Love seeing you too.
Come
Thank
back
you.
Again. Parks and Rec is up next week.
Terrible. Terrible. When are you leaving this job?
All right, you ready for some baseball trivia?
Let's do it.
What year produced the most no-hit games in the big leagues?
7 no-hitters in 1990.
Wow, that's right. Now a question that's not trivial. How many children will witness bullying this year?
Huh.
The answer? 3 out of 4.
75%?
That's
Wow.
right. How many of them will say something?
Kids want to help, but don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov.
Do you want to get your kids involved in extracurricular activities, or maybe you want something that the entire family can check out? Well, Sean Baker from the City of Wilmington's Parks and Recreation Department has a fun list of ideas and activities that the whole family can take a part of.
A whole lot of different things going on this summer.
Wait a minute, are we still asking for suggestions for activities?
We always look to try to improve ourselves.
Before we get out of here, guys.
As an organization, we always
Okay.
look to move forward and move into the 21st century. So if there's something that we're not doing that you would like us to do, again, has to be with budget constraints, has to be big on safety, Has to be something that we feel that we can accommodate and do a good job at. We just don't want to do anything.
Well, we'd like to see one of our ideas implemented soon.
Well, we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Okay, so go on, let's talk about what's happening.
One Saturday, we have our Wilmington Wellness Day.
Okay, so now what's going on with Wilmington Wellness Day? How is the city a part of that?
Well, the city is a very big part of it. We got a sponsorship from the mayor's office, sponsorship from city council, some in-kind costs from Parks and Recreation, which kind of sponsors the event. It's been giving the event to Parks and Rec. And we just have a whole lot of things. We have a committee, Wilmington Wellness Day Committee, which has about 12 people on it, spurned out from a pre-existing Wilmington Health Planning Council. We're an offset of that, but this is our signature event. We're looking to have 70 to 75 exhibitors on Saturday. We're looking to have 90 or 95 different tables for people can come around and get free screenings. We're doing 8 specific screenings, which in Hotel DuPont, which is at Kenmore's building now, and a Lunch and Learn, which is inside Wilmington Library.
Let me ask you, the specific screenings that you guys are doing, are these screenings based on the health trends that you've noticed in the city of Wilmington?
Yes, there's 8 different ones. We're doing some blood pressure screening, some blood sugar screening. We're doing HIV testing. We're doing hepatitis screening, and four different other screenings that we're doing within. And then we have tables with exhibitors, and they'll also do some different types of screenings at the exhibitors. So people's free of charge. We start at 11 o'clock from 11 to 3 on Saturday. Looking forward to having a great day and moving forward. We have a great committee, Mrs. Wada White Owens, Miss Gay Council, Miss Allison Lang, Miss Nora Katrukas, Miss Chrissy Sharing from the Walnut Street YMCA.
I was going to say YMCA is involved this year, right?
Yes, they're a title sponsor.
Okay.
Walnut Street YMCA, Christina Care, St. Francis Hospital, Nemours is a title sponsor, City of Wilmington, Mayor's Office, City Council. All those are our 6 or 7 title sponsors.
Rain or shine event?
Rain or shine. If it rains, which it's not supposed to, but the weather's up to the man upstairs. If it rains, we're going to the Walnut Street Y.
Okay.
We will have the activity. We've already made plans to do that. We've already went down and checked the facility out. HIV has to have a special type of screening, so we made sure that was approved by the state. So we're ready to go. We're just looking forward to it, looking for people to come out and have a great time. You know, free of charge. We're having some line dancing. We're having some entertainment. Some different types of things are going on. You should come in and jump in and line dance with us. Summer Rose is bringing her crew. We're bringing some entertainment from Dover. So we're looking forward to a good show and to have a good time and enjoy ourselves.
Great. So May is a busy month for you guys.
Very much so.
I noticed that a lot of the other activities are kicking off or are already underway. But lifeguard training, that happens now because pools will be opening when?
Right, we'll open the pools May 28th, 29th, and 30th.
Oh, really?
Memorial Day's a little late this year,
right,
which is usually the weekend before that, but this year it's May 28th, 29th, and 30th. We're looking forward to that. Right now we've had 17 guards that are recertified, have already got recerted. We're trying to get up to our magic number of 30 because this summer we plan on opening up all 5 pools.
Really?
PS DuPont, Eden Park, Price's, Hicks Anderson, and then Brown Pool right here at 6th and Lombard. So we're looking forward to opening up 5 pools. During the month of May, Memorial Day weekend, we'll only open up Price's because it's our largest pool. The next weekend we'll open up Price's, and the June 11th weekend will be a full go. Wow. All our pools will be open. So we're looking forward to that. We have one more recertification class or certification class if anybody's still interested, May 4th at the Walnut Street Y. So if there's some people out there that still want to do lifeguards, May 4th, report to the Walnut Street Y at 5:30.
Criteria for them, though, to be a lifeguard?
Have to be 15 years old,
okay,
and be able to go down and get the brick, pull the brick up. They have to be able to swim so many laps in the pool. There's certain testing that Derek Clinton, our vendor, Walnut Street Y, we're Ellis certified, and they have to be able to do certain things to be certified. We're looking forward to that. As I said, we have 17 certified already, so we're looking to get another 13, 14, or 15 so we can have our magic number between 30 and 35.
Okay, May Day.
May Day. We have a lot of different May Days going on. May Day is an event for the mayor. The mayor has different things at different sites. We have one at PS DuPont. We had one at Powell Center.
So what are they?
They come and the kids play moon bounce. They do the PlayStation games. They play table tennis. They just come and have fun. We give them a hamburger and a hot dog, a drink, and some potato chips. That's just an enjoyable day. We average about 160 to 200 kids coming to a May Day.
How do the kids find out where the May Day is in their area?
We send out flyers.
Okay.
We send out flyers and we put things at people's mailboxes to make sure that they know what's going on. It's also on the website.
Okay, good. Now let's talk about the 5K, because that's the Arthur J. Turner 5K, right?
Right. This year we've combined the Arthur J. Turner 5K walk run with the Delaware Marathon. That's the same weekend as the Delaware Marathon, which is May 7th and May 8th. The Arthur Turner 5K run will be May 7th down at Drive-O Plaza. We'll start there about 8:30 in the morning. Outstanding event, done scholarship-wise by Arthur J. Turner. And we're looking forward to having a nice turnout. Last year we had about 85 to 100 people come and turn out. So we're looking forward to moving into that.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Did I think I get everything?
No, we forgot men's softball. Men's softball will start the middle of May, and then we'll go into some different activities. Then we'll go into our summer stuff, which is Crozer Basketball League, our regular tennis situation during the summer, and we forgot tennis in the streets. Tennis in the streets,
right.
May
That's coming
13th.
up.
Yes, May 13th.
How many kids is this year participating?
We have 700 right now, but we're looking to go to 800. We haven't heard from Coomba Academy yet, and we haven't heard from one other school. We're looking to get between 700 and 900 kids to come out that day.
Before we go on, let's explain to everybody tennis in the streets real quick. What's the idea about it? Because people just see a bunch of kids with tennis balls in the streets.
We
and a racket.
Bring the USTA, United States Tennis Professional Association, and Rodney Street Tennis Association out to teach the kids how to play tennis. Out of those 700 to 800 kids that we get, we scholarship 15 of them to go to Rodney Street for the summer to learn how to play tennis. If they show some interest in tennis and have some skills and look like they want to play, we scholarship them to Rodney Street. We've had 5 or 6 kids go on to college and play.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah, we had 5 or 6 kids go on to college and play and receive scholarships for tennis, and 3 or 4 of them have come back and spoke from tennis in the street. So it's been a great event, been going on many years before my time. It's an outstanding event. And then the last week of May, which is...
Wait a minute, I want to go back to tennis in the streets real quick.
Go ahead.
Did any of the kids that received scholarships to go to college for tennis, prior to going to the tennis in the streets event, did they have any tennis experience?
A couple of them did not. They picked it up then, and it was again, we always talk about we don't know what we affect 10 years down the road. We don't know something that we do, and we do a lot of things, and we don't get very much credit for what we do. Not saying that we have to pat each other on the back, but a kid will come back 10 years from now and say, thank you for helping me. Thank you for getting my interest. Because if kids have some access and some outcome, they'll be able to move forward and do what they need to do. And that's what we're giving, opportunity and access. We have to give them opportunity to do it and access to do it, therefore they move forward.
Very good, Sean Baker. Are we out of time, Paul? We're out of time.
I need to talk about
No, you
one
can't.
more
We're out
thing.
of time.
No, I need.
They got to go to the website. Sorry, Sean.
National Health and Fitness, May 25th for the seniors.
All right.
300 seniors down at Christina Park.
There you go. We're good? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. So for everybody here at WITN Channel 22, I'm Shannon Harris, and we'll see you next time. You got it in.